Welcome back. Today we are creating Zombie Barbie. I saw that Zombie Barbie was trending and I'm like, okay, that is a look I need to do. So I pulled together a wig, I did some nice Barbie glam, beginner friendly, and we did some Latex SFX to create a more rotting type of zombie look, something a little more realistic and fun versus the painting style that I've been doing. But if you want to see how I created this look, perfect for a last minute Halloween costume, by the way, keep on watching. So I already do have a light base of makeup on from today that I'm just going to work on top of, but we're going to start off with a pink glam eye to go with the whole Barbie vibe. I'm trying to make it look as Barbie as possible. So I'm just starting off by building this outer corner into the crease because I am going to be doing a cut crease look. And this is the ColourPop Ooh La La palette. It's this soft pink right here I'm using just to create my base for the eye. And I'm bringing it kind of farther up into the brow bone so I can make it more dramatic and it gives me more area to work with for a cut crease. So kind of bring it up to your brow bone, but allow it to fade enough so it's not like at your brow. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with this second pink right here. It's a little bit darker, and I'm going to work that into the crease with the same brush. Now we're going to take a packing brush and go in with this darker pink magenta right there, just working it on the outer corner. And you can start working it into the crease once you're happy with the majority of the color on the outer half. Don't be afraid to go back in with that first brush to blend if you see too harsh of a line. Alright, and then taking a cut crease brush with a little bit of the concealer on top, I'm just going to create my cut crease. For this, you want to go slightly above your crease. Okay, so now I am going to go in with a shimmer. I really like these two. You can't really tell that this is a shimmer, but it is. And for this, we are going in with a flat brush that I can use to pack the color. I'll tell you, that shimmer definitely screams Barbie. What I'm doing is taking that lighter shimmer and actually using it on the inner corner, and then I'm using it at the top half of the crease where the crease actually ends to really define that and make it pop, make the crease pop more. And I always apply it to the concealer being tacky because it sticks a lot better. So I really like how that turned out. I took the pink shimmer and kind of created almost like another cut crease within a crease just to really pop that other one. And then I'm bringing it into the outer edge, which I'm gonna add more dark pink there once I'm done. So now going back in with that packing brush, and I'm gonna take a little more of that dark purple or pink, and then I'm gonna mix it in with the mid-tone. So I'm taking the darker tone and the mid-tone again on the packing brush and just patting it on the outside in a C motion. And this is gonna help blend everything together. It helps to blend the shimmer into the rest of the eye look. And I'm going to go in with some of that light pink on the fluffy brush from the beginning and just start to buff this out because my base makeup is already done. And then this is where we're going to start working into like the zombie effect. I'm going to actually take a little bit of the darker pink purple that I used for the glam, and I'm going to do a slight mix between these two, but mainly this one because I want it to look like bruised eyes, but I want to keep it on the theme of Barbie, so I'm just keeping with the same color story that I have going on right now. I tend to bring it slightly down the bridge of my nose. Now what I'm gonna do is apply some of the latex, and while the latex dries, I'll work on my brows. Work in small amounts, because if you work with too much goop, it's going to really mess you up. So I'm taking a little bit, I did pluck a disposable beauty blender. As you can see, it's very jagged, and I put a little bit of the liquid latex on it. So what I'm going to start by doing is creating a circle with it, but I'm going to leave an opening. Keep in mind, latex needs about 15 minutes to dry, unless you want to use a blow dryer to make it dry faster. It is white looking, but it will dry clear. Also, do not go too close to your hairline. Just let it dry because our shading is really what's going to be what brings this together. Okay, so we took some Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I applied it right on top of where I have the latex, and now I'm just creating areas with the back of this to create tears. I need to use my fingers. You can use it to create flaps of skin, which is what I'm going to do here. Here I already have the hole, my skin is right here. So since I have to give this part right here a little more time to set, I'm going to start working on shading everything else as of right now. And for this, I'm going to go in with reds, browns, and a little bit of greens. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush to create the initial base using this brown right here. And this, we'll do a mix of these two browns. This one and that one where I hit pan. So go ahead and just take that brown and just start patting it with the brush. Don't worry about blending, just pat. You have to shade and create that texture. So then go in and do the same thing over here. I remember to bring the browns out of the border of the latex as well into your normal skin so that you can create that transition into the rotting skin. And once you get to like your flappy edges, just slightly brush it. This is just latex that I'm using to create this effect, but you can absolutely throw in some tissue or paper towel or whatever you want to help create more of an effect if that's the look you're seeking. So now we're going to go in with the dark brown. And with this, you're just going to pick certain areas to add it. You're not going to put this everywhere like you did that other brown. Now we're going to go in with the more detailed stuff. So I'm going to take the Till Death palette by Glamlight, and it has all these reds. I'm going to go in with this one right here. And I'm going to take, this is like an under the eye smoke out brush. I'm going to use that with that red and just start filling in where the holes are with this. And make sure you get under those lifted areas too. We're going to be adding blood to some of these areas anyway. So I am taking a even darker red purple and just going into like the areas where it's open to deepen it a little bit more before I start shading on the outside. This one I'm using a smaller brush. This was more of like a detailed fine brush to be able to really get in the crevices and focus the purple, darker red really where I want it. Now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and we're gonna go in with some gray right here. And you're gonna focus the gray on the outer half around like the edge, but extend it out. This is where we're gonna start to make the skin look like it's actually rotting. And remember, as you're working this out, you want to make sure you bring this into your skin. It's all about layering and shading and really just working where you see the latex is lying and where you want to work the effect in. I am planning to do a red lippy. This is the tone of green I will be using, and then the browns will be the same ones that I've been using. I'm just gonna take this angled fluffy brush and I'm going to start with that with a deeper brown, like this darker brown right here is what I'm going to go in with. And I'm going to start keeping that more focused towards the inner part of the wound area. I personally like building up shadows, but you could use paints as well. Going in with the green and the thin brush, I'm going to focus this on the edges of the skin flaps. So it just looks really gross and infected. You see, the green's gonna give it more of like a viral type of look, which is kind of what I like to add to my stuff. Makes it look more sick. So now I'm going in with the blood, and I'm going to use a regular fluffy brush for this. I personally am okay with using this brush for that because it will wash off, it'll just be stained. And then what I'm gonna do is actually start to dab it inside where the wounds are. And I'm going to show you, you see how like this edge right here is very prominent? I'm just going to take a little bit of the blood on the tip of the fluffy brush and just start tapping it. Just light amounts. Use your finger. Don't be scared to use your fingers and just tap the blood in. So this is the completed zombie Barbie look. I did just add in a red lippy. I did do a little more blood in certain areas with a little bit more shading just to kind of tie everything together. And then of course I added the blonde wig for Quintessential Barbie. And I did see some white out contacts also were added to give more of an effect of this. I am obsessed with anything spooky. This is a look I'm surprised I've never done. Never done like a full-blown Barbie look or a zombie Barbie or anything Barbie incorporated, which is crazy to think about considering that that's my nickname. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this look, and I can't wait to see the next one.